guys, Mimi's back. Today, remember we did a math activity yesterday, so today we are going to read one of my very, I know I say that a lot, but this one is one of my very favorite books. I don't think I read it before. I think I read it to my kids are on Facebook before, so let me know if I did. But I love this book. It's called Stand Tall, Molly Lou Melon. It's by Patty Lavelle and illustrated by David Catrow. I love his illustrations. Look at that little girl. Isn't she cute? Molly Lou Melon stood just taller than her dog and was the shortest girl in the first grade. She didn't mind. Her grandma had told her, "Walk as proudly as you can, and the world will look up to you." See how tiny she is? So, she did. Let's see how proudly she walked. She's walking down the banister like that. Look at that. They're all looking up to her, aren't they? Molly Lou Melon had buck teeth that stuck out so far she could stack pennies on them. She didn't mind. Her grandma had told her, "Smile big and the world will smile right alongside you." Sorry. She's smiling. See her? There's a parrot. I think it's a bird. Yeah, it's a parrot. Guess what this one's going to say. So, she did. Look at that big smile. I love it. She's proud of those teeth. Molly Lou Melon had a voice that sounded like a bullfrog being squeezed by a boa constrictor. She didn't mind. Her grandma had told her, "Sing out clear and strong, and the world will cry tears of joy." Look at how the frog's looking at her. It's like, what is happening in life? So, she did. Look. All the bugs are watching her and listening, and the hummingbird. Molly Lou Melon was often fumble-fingered. That means she dropped things and stuff. She didn't mind. Her grandma had told her, "Believe in yourself, and the world will believe in you too." Uh-oh, she's carrying all those dishes. That's kind of dangerous anyway. What do you think's going to happen? Crash. So, she did. Look at that. Now she is juggling the dishes while riding a unicycle on a wire. And they're like, wow, that's so cool. Then Molly Lou Melon moved to a new town. She had to say goodbye to her grandma and all of her friends. Oh, how sad. Here she is. Look at her. There she is. She's very sad. And then her little friend over here is sad that she's leaving. And start in a new school. I don't know if you've ever done that. That's a very scary thing, right? To start in a new school. Don't you love these illustrations? They're so good. On the first day of school, Ronald Durkin called her Shrimpo in gym class. When the game started, Molly Lou Melon caught the football, ran under the legs of Ronald Durkin, and scored a touchdown. All the children thought, "Wow, she's good." And Ronald Durkin felt very foolish. He shouldn't have picked on her, right? She showed him. On the second day of school, Ronald Durkin called her Bucky Tooth Beaver. Molly Lou Melon took out her pennies, stacked 10 high on her teeth, and smiled as big as day. All the children smiled with glee, and Ronald Durkin felt very foolish. Here's Ronald Durkin. He's not being very nice, is he? He's being a bully. On the third day of school, Ronald Durkin said, "You sound like a sick duck. Honk, honk." Molly Lou Melon sang out a quack so clear and strong that it made Ronald Durkin somersault backwards, hit his head, and he had to go to the nurse. All the children cried with joy to be free of Ronald Durkin for the rest of the afternoon, and Ronald Durkin felt very foolish. She's very confident, isn't she? She knows she's a good person. On the 4th day of school, Ronald Durkin said that she'd made the snowflake all wrong. But Molly Lou Melon opened her paper and revealed the most beautiful snowflake of all. All the children oohed and awed, even Ronald. Look, she's over here and he said, "You're doing it wrong." Now look at her snowflake. Wow, that is amazing. On the 5th day of school, Ronald Durkin brought Molly Lou Melon a stacking penny for her tooth and smiled at her. Isn't that nice? I think he decided to be nice to her and be her friend. That night, Molly Lou Melon took out a pencil and paper and wrote a letter to her grandma. "Dear Grandma, I wanted to tell you that everything you told me was exactly right. Love, Molly Lou Melon." Look at Grandma. Is Grandma a little like her? She looks a lot like her, but older, right? Maybe Grandma knew that from experience, right? So her grandma was very nice and told her that she should embrace all the things that other people say are not good about her. And she did. Molly Lou Melon, it said stand tall, Molly Lou Melon, and she stood tall, didn't she? And she stood up to that bully, Ronald Durkin, and she finally made friends. And now he won't pick on her. I think that's a very good lesson that we should. Some people may think we do things weird, or we smile weird, or we sing funny. But if you want to do it, I think you should do it, despite what people might think, okay? See why it's one of my favorites. Don't you love it? And I love the illustrations. There's the front cover. Here's the back cover. It's a dog smelling a flower. And here's the spine. No name because it's very thin. It's paperback. So that's all for that one. I have another one for Molly Lou Melon that I will read the next time I read a paperback on here, okay? And I will show you and put them side to side and remind you. But there's another Molly Lou Melon book that I have that I will read to you in a couple days, weeks. I don't know. It depends on when it comes around again. But tomorrow we will do a craft that goes, or an activity that goes with Stand Tall, Molly Lou Melon, okay? So Mimi's going to sign off for now, but I will see you tomorrow on Mimi's Adventures. Bye.